We're going to evaluate the integral 1 divided by cosine of x minus 1 dx. So when we first start here, this is going to be hard to integrate, and it would be nice if this was a square. So if we had cosine squared of x minus 1, it's going to be easier to work with. So what we're going to do is multiply our denominator by the conjugate. So we have cosine of x minus 1. And we're going to multiply the denominator by the conjugate, which is cosine of x plus 1. And if you multiply the denominator by the conjugate, then you also need to multiply the numerator by the conjugate because you're just multiplying by 1. This right here just equals 1. And then you have dx. Now the conjugate, what I mean is, if you have a minus b, then the conjugate is a plus b. If you had a plus b, then the conjugate would be a minus b. And this is your difference of squares, which gives you a squared minus b squared. So now I can rewrite this as the integral of, and I'm going to multiply 1 times this, so cosine x plus 1, and the denominator is going to be cosine squared of x minus 1. And then we have dx. All right. Now I want to change this to sine squared. And I know that sine squared, using your Pythagorean identities, equals 1 minus cosine squared of x, which isn't the same as this. But I can make it the same by multiplying everything through by negative 1. That would give you negative sine squared of x equals negative 1 plus cosine squared of x. Now that's going to give you, we can rewrite this as cosine squared of x minus 1. So as long as I put the negative sine squared, we'll be good. So this is going to be the integral, I'll squeeze it in here, of cosine of x plus 1 divided by negative sine squared of x. Now let's go ahead and put this negative in on the top. So I'm going to put this up here in the numerator like that. Just looks better. And now I'm going to, the next thing is to separate this out. So what we're going to have is the integral of negative, and we had cosine of x plus 1. I'm just going to write this out. And then we had sine of x times squared. All right. So let's split this up. And this is going to give you the integral of negative cosine of x divided by sine squared of x. And then to distribute the negative, you can have negative 1 divided by sine squared of x dx. And I think you have to look at this piece right here. This is just going to be, and let's don't deal with the negative right now. I can expand this a little bit by writing it as cosine of x divided by sine of x times 1 divided by sine of x. And that gives me the same thing. So this right here is cotan of x, and this is going to be times cosecant of x. So let's rewrite this. We're going to get the integral of negative cotan of x times cosecant of x minus, now 1 divided by sine squared of x is cosecant squared of x. All right, dx. Now we can integrate this, and this will give you, for this piece here, here it is. It's negative cosecant, but we have a negative, so it's going to end up being positive cosecant of x. And cosecant squared is going to be negative cotan, but we already have a negative, so that's going to be plus cotan of x. And then don't forget to add your unknown c. So this will be your final answer. I'm going to write it again so you can see it. So the final answer is going to be equal to cosecant of x plus cotan of x plus c. And that is your final answer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.